we had found that it didn't have the muscle it needed to work. Frankly, the ordinance wasn't strong enough for it to work. So just last December, City Council updated some legislation that had been on the books for a while, and now that it is strengthened, we think it really has the ability to start making a difference in neighborhoods. Not enough people are participating in this program, which is really the purpose of today's news conference. So it's not necessarily to talk about something that is new. Again, this was strengthened back in December, but it is time to give an update on how the vacant property registration program works, what some of the numbers are, and to highlight how a neighborhood like this can be positively affected by it. So based on our assessments, based on coordination and work we do with the land bank, based on the work of Jim's team, we're going to hear from him next. He's our Commissioner of Code Compliance. We think there are about 2,000 vacant homes in Toledo. That number is less than what it was, I can tell you, about 20 years ago before the land bank began its work. So the number is coming down, which is a good thing, but 2,000 vacant properties is 2,000 more than we want, and you can see that even one vacant property in a neighborhood is one more than we want. And what it does to the spirit and character of a neighborhood, frankly what it does to property values, it's not something that anyone wants in a neighborhood. So even though we're happy that there are many thousand fewer vacant properties than there had been, 2,000 is still 2,000 too many. 57 properties registered by the deadline that was established from this stronger legislation. There are 568 that have no current active registration. And so we need to do better. When you look at those numbers, it's clear we need to do better, and that's why we're here today. Be very careful not to touch the podium. One of the reasons we chose this neighborhood is because of the exciting work that's happening right down the block. The grand affordable housing project is coming online. The units are beautiful, and they're the sort of investment that neighborhoods need. People talk all the time about sort of the positive momentum we have maybe in downtown and in the core of our city, but we need to see that same momentum in neighborhoods for people to feel that we're moving the right direction. So when I think of the things we're doing in neighborhoods, one of the first things I think of are the housing units that we are building around town. And in this neighborhood, that is, the project is called The Grand. For years, the old abandoned Driggs Dairy property was there, and the city acquired it, remediated it, and now we're going to have positive energy right there a few feet from where we stand today. But where we stand today is held back by a vacant property, and more to the point, one that needs to be a part of this program that City Council strengthened in December. The transformation you see at the Grand and elsewhere doesn't happen by accident. It happens because of coordinated investment and care, and that's also what we're here to talk about today. There is an aspect of accountability that we all have as homeowners. Toledo's about a 50-50 town. About 50% of the people who live in Toledo are homeowners, about 50% rent. We want that percentage. We need renters. Every city needs a mix, but we'd like to have the percentage of homeowners be a little higher than it is. Homeownership is wonderful, but it comes with responsibility. You have to be accountable when you own a property to maintain it and do right by your neighbors. That doesn't always happen, and when we see the lack of registrations for the vacant property registry, that speaks, I think, to a lack of accountability and maybe a lack of awareness, which is what we're trying to correct today through an event like this. So to get into the logistics and specifics of what this program does, we're going to hear from three speakers. The first, as I mentioned, is Jim Molnar. He's our Commissioner of Code Compliance. Then we're going to hear from Rosalind Clemens, who is our Chief of Housing and Sustainability. And then finally, we're going to hear from Councilwoman Sir Sandra McPherson, and I believe this may be a neighborhood that you are familiar with.
I belong to Great United Methodist Church.
This is a neighborhood that she's very familiar with, so she brings a unique perspective to this morning's event. But I'm going to turn it over to Jim so he can make comments.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning, everyone. Thank you. I'm Jim Molnar. I'm the Commissioner of Code Compliance for the City of Toledo. Our purpose here today is to provide education and outreach to the community about the vacant property registration program. Vacant property registration is not a new requirement. It's Chapter 1767 in the Toledo Municipal Code and has been part of the code since 2008. What we did in 2025 was strengthen and clarify the program to improve efficiency and streamline compliance. As part of that update, the city took a good faith step. We reduced the annual vacant property registration fee from $200 to $100. That decision was intentional. We wanted to decrease the cost as a barrier, encourage voluntary compliance, and reinforce that this program is about partnership, not punishment. If you own a vacant residential property, a home with 1 to 4 units, and no one is lawfully living there, it must be registered within 30 days of becoming vacant and within 30 days of receiving notice from the City of Toledo. Registrations must then be renewed by January 31st each year as long as the property remains vacant. Registration requires owners to provide accurate contact information, designate a local agent if they live out of town, secure and maintain the property, renew the registration annually, and comply with housing and building codes. The annual fee is $100. However, if a property can qualify for a waiver for activities such as active renovation, being listed for sale, in probate, foreclosure, or a pending transfer, in which this fee can be reduced to $50 through a waiver application. These waivers must be updated every 90 days to demonstrate continued activity. Registration can be completed online at toledo.oh.gov/vacant-property. When a property is registered, we know who is responsible. Without registration, our inspectors and staff often spend significant time trying to determine ownership, track down out-of-town investors, or sort through layered LLCs and outdated mailing addresses. This slows our response. It delays compliance. And during that delay, neighbors continue to live next to a problem property. The residents who live around vacant homes, we hear you. We know that what it feels like to look at an unsecured structure, an overgrown yard, or a property in decline and wonder who is accountable. Registration helps us pinpoint responsible owners faster. It allows us to intervene sooner, and it strengthens our ability to hold property owners accountable before conditions worsen. Registration is not paperwork for paperwork's sake. It is the foundation for accountability. Today, Toledo has hundreds of vacant houses where neighbors feel the toll. These vacant houses left unchecked affect safety, health, and home. So here's the bottom line today. No confusion, no delay. If your property is vacant, register it, secure it, fix it, bring it back to use, repair it, sell it, reoccupy. But ignoring it is no excuse. And so, without registration or meaningful action, enforcement will follow. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. My name is Roz Clemens. I am the Chief of Housing and Neighborhood Sustainability. There's a reason why we chose this property here at 1150 Woodruff. It's right smack in the middle of what we call a neighborhood revitalization strategy area. The Inglewood neighborhood, where this property is located, is one of 3 neighborhood revitalization strategy areas in the city of Toledo. What does that mean? That means that we're deploying a concentrated and coordinated effort to changed the trajectory of this neighborhood from decline to revitalization. We're investing millions of dollars in this neighborhood, starting with Swain Field Commercial Shopping Center. Mayor mentioned the new housing that's around the corner here, the Grand. We're delivering 24-bedroom townhouses, which is unprecedented for affordable housing, to have 4-bedroom townhomes for families. We're investing thousands of dollars in new roofs in this neighborhood, new housing upgrades in this neighborhood, lead work we're doing in this neighborhood. So again, it's a coordinated, concentrated investment effort where we're trying to move the needle where the market isn't working, trying to jumpstart the market and improve neighborhood vitality. You have a vacant property in the middle of this effort. It inhibits our work to move this neighborhood forward. As Jim mentioned, you don't have a decent contact for owners. So even if you want to help to upgrade the property, you don't know who to call. The house continues to decline. There's no accountability. So the vacant property register is not an all-in-all answer, but it's just one of several tools that we have as we work to change blighted communities here in the city of Toledo. It's hard work. It's one property at a time, but we need the vacant property owners to be accountable and to step up and to register. We've made it easier for them to register. We've made it easier for them to request waivers if applicable, and we have a handout here that will talk to them, and a website that will talk to them about how to go about doing it. It's urgent that we have accountability for these properties. We must be able to reach somebody. We must be able to talk to the owners of these properties. We must be able to coordinate what happens to these properties, hence the VPR. So we're appealing to those that have vacant properties to be part with us as we invest, as we try to move these neighborhoods forward. We want you to work with us and to register these properties. It's not a gotcha thing, it's a partnership thing. We need your cooperation for this work to continue. Thank you very much.
Good morning. I'm Sir Sandra McPherson, City Councilwoman at Large, and as the mayor has stated, yes, I'm very familiar with this area. I was a member of Braden United Methodist Church right down the street. Had friends right here on the square and this neighborhood. I remember coming here in the park and everything. And what we're doing today, and I want to thank Jim Mollard, what City Council wanted to do was to upgrade, because we have owners of houses that are vacant and the city of Toledo is cutting your grass because you're not taking care of it. We have vacant houses where your neighbor is tired of having to look at broken windows, and then the city has to come out and board those windows up because you're not taking care of your property. Yes, this is a partnership. We want you to register your house, but then we want you to work on your house. Fix it up, because we have people that need a home. We have people that would be more than willing to rent your home because of our unhoused community in the city of Toledo. But we need you to register so that we can reach out to you, contact you. And then if you don't, now the other side of Jim Molar is code compliance. We will come after you. We will find you continuously until you meet the code and register. City Council is serious about this. We have been dealing with this for years. Look at this neighborhood, beautiful homes. And we have this house right here. Unacceptable. So we are going to hold you accountable. And the out-of-staters that have come into the city and bought these houses and have done nothing to them, we're coming after you. The city of Toledo is holding you accountable. You want to buy a house cheap in the city of Toledo and then leave it blank, empty, and not take care of it? Come on. This ain't happening in Toledo. No more. Register. And then if you don't register, code compliance. And we'll just keep finding you until you do what you need to do. This is a great opportunity to partnership with the city of Toledo because we can work together. That's what we want to do. We are better together. The Inglewood neighborhood, we're putting thousands of dollars to look good and so that the community will feel good about where you live. And when you drive through and you see rehabilitation in the neighborhoods, that pumps you up. It pumps me up. And so please register your property. $100? Really? Register your property. And then cut your grass. Board up your windows. It's not our job to take care of your property. You bought it, you own up to it, you take care of it, and if you don't, we come in after you. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Both Roz and Councilman McPherson talked about partnerships. This neighborhood has seen a lot of positive partnerships. The grand housing, affordable housing project wouldn't be moving along the way it is if we didn't have wonderful partners. Across the street at 1129 is a home that has gone vacant, and Maumee Habitat for Humanity has agreed to acquire it, maintain it, fix it up to put more affordable housing in it. If you just turned around and looked at every one of the houses on that side of the street, they're all beautiful, strong houses. They really, I don't see, yeah, I don't see a single one. Well, there may be some that could use a coat of paint or say, but it's strong. But yet all it takes is one house like this to really begin to change the character of the neighborhood. I don't mean to trivialize it, but I sometimes think of a neighborhood the way you think of a smile. You know, you can have a beautiful smile, but if you have one, you know, if you're a hockey player and you're missing your front tooth, no, you don't look at the 31 beautiful pearly white teeth. You go to the you go to the problem, so to speak. And that might be a silly way of thinking about it, but it really does show how, you know, one home like this can negatively affect a neighborhood, even when we have so many beautiful, strong homes just right across the street, and when we have partners like Habitat and our partners who are building that, investing millions of dollars in this neighborhood. So Councilman McPherson is right. $100 to register for this, first of all, is half of what it used to be, and it is a lot better than the fines that Jim's department will levy on you if you don't, if you don't step up and be accountable. I think the fines begin at $250. After 30 days, it goes up to $500. After 30 more days, it goes up to $1,000. And so it's you don't want that. So before a black cat literally walks in front of our path, providing an ominous end to our news conference, I just want to thank everyone again for being here. And if there's questions, we could take them, or maybe just handle one-on-ones, however you want to do it.
How would you like to do it, one-on-ones or all together? One-on-ones,
Yeah, we'll do one-on-ones. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Did I said everything correctly?
Okay, good. I was going to ask you the same thing. All right.
It's okay if I take this off the stand. Thank you.